You know how you beat a shark, don't you? You just eat it first. Hi again, I'm Ryan, your host of The Toast, and we're going to talk about The Shallows. Just another reason I don't go in the f***ing ocean. So The Shallows is a movie about Blake Lively. She wants to go to the secluded beach that her mother used to go surfing and have a good time. All the while breaking down language barriers and defending herself from predators. Sharks, not the guys, because, she's a pretty girl. Oh, so pretty. I mean, in that bikini, it's really tough to watch her get tortured through this entire film. Hey, stop that! I'm trying to be professional here. So she goes out surfing and quickly encounters, spoilers, a shark. Now, they do a lot to set up how secluded this beach is, because no one even tells her the name of the beach, so when she's calling for help, she can't even tell them where she is. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to amp up the seclusion of the whole situation to really get her isolated, but she's isolated enough. I mean, she spends most of the movie on a rock in low tide. Who came up with surfing anyway? Who thought it was a good idea to say, oh, I'm gonna go ride the water on a board? Granted, I've never been surfing, but I plan to someday. Not where there's sharks. So sharks aside, they do set up Blake Lively's character pretty well. I mean, they tell a lot of stuff about her, a lot of her backstory in very subtle ways, like through pictures and conversations on her phone. Very organically compared to some other movies that I could mention. Now granted, it takes about half an hour. I think I clocked it as at 22 minutes before you actually see a shark. So you know what you're in for already. It's a shark attack movie, so the tension and the dread is already there. So you're just going to wade through a bunch of fake outs first. Like in all movies, fake outs are a thing. You get the jump scares all the time that don't actually mean doom for the character, and they turn out to be kind of funny. This one, it has those. They're done pretty well. I mean, because you know that the big antagonist is a shark. So there's no real dread from any other direction. It's all coming from the water. And there are a lot of bad things in the water. I mean, like I said before, it's painful watching her get tortured by everything in the ocean. But I gotta admit, the cinematography while it happens is really good. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking, but the movie is perfectly serviceable and pretty. I mean, especially with the jellyfish. I quite liked the jellyfish. It was both tense and creepy and painful, but yet kind of beautiful. Well, the movie was pretty well cut together, too. Especially when she's swinging around on the buoy, too. I just think it's shot pretty well. I mean, they kept it really dynamic for basically lady on buoy and water. Lady on buoy and water. I mean, what do you do in that situation? There's not much to do, but they actually make stuff for her to do. And when she got to the buoy, I noticed it was buoy number 42. I caught that. It's a good thing she's a medical student, otherwise this would be a very short movie. I do like survival elements in a movie. I mean, she's a medical student, so you get to watch what she does and the process of how she keeps herself alive even after she's injured. I don't know how practical this stuff is, 'cause I'm not a doctor, but from what she's doing, it looks interesting. It looks like she's got some good ideas. And this movie does have some good ideas, or does it just seem like it has good ideas because it's been a while since we've had a good shark movie? I mean, a quality shark movie. Regardless, that silhouette shot of the shark in the surf behind her when she's surfing, that was good. Now, sharks get a bad rap, especially from movies like this. We've all heard the statistic, the vending machines kill more people than sharks. I'll take my chances with a vending machine over a shark any day. It does make you feel sorry for sharks a little bit. In this movie especially, they're never full. I mean, they can eat a whale, like 3 humans, and they still want more. Granted, it's Blake Lively, so if I was a shark, no matter how full I was, I'd still want to eat. So halfway through the movie, she stops becoming a victim and decides to fight back. She decides to figure out how to survive. And I love it when characters become proactive like that, and it also seems to be when the cool music starts to kick in. And I gotta admit, I cared how this movie was gonna end. I was trying to figure out a way out of this situation right alongside her. Obviously, there are parallels to Jaws. It's a shark movie. You can't do a shark movie without mentioning Jaws. But this one doesn't focus on the shark all too much. It's always on Blake Lively. They don't really show a big... They don't need an animatronic shark. They got CG now, but they don't need to show the shark. It's already there. You know it's there. Like we saw in Alien, to make good horror, it's always best to leave the monster unseen. So The Shallows, I gotta admit, it does some things right. It kept me tense through the whole movie. I had a fun time with it. It did not seem like a long slog. It was well thought out enough, and I had a fun time, so I've gotta give this a toast and jam. Jammy. But halfway through it definitely had me stuck into some sweet, tense storytelling. I have to admit, if I beat a shark that was tormenting me for days, I'd go back and eat it. I don't care if it's illegal. I would consume the shark and take its power. Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, click away and stay out of the water. Cheers. I got the scar from a vending machine. It's at the mall when it happened. Never seen a vendor so big. It was a great sprite.